Hi, Deborah Roth here at Spirited Musings with a little video snippet to help you really connect and embody the amazing energies that are flowing our way this week with the autumnal equinox coming up this Saturday, September 22nd. And I invite you to really take in everything that you know, everything that you think you know about how your life is in balance or not in balance right now. Where do you need to re-examine where you're off kilter? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. What specific changes can you do to sort of recalibrate yourself? Do you need more sleep? That may be easier said than done. More physical exercise. Sometimes we're all kind of in that boat. Less running around. For me, that may happen in another lifetime. So it becomes particularly important, and I think the equinoxes, both the spring and the fall equinoxes, are beautiful times for us to really get back in touch with what we do need to do to rebalance ourselves if we need reminders, and most of us do. So there are lots of different models to consider when we're looking at how we can create balance and wholeness in our lives. One of my absolute favorites is looking at the four elements and how they represent our mind, body, heart, and spirit. So of course it's fire, water, air, and earth. And fire is connected to spirit, water connected to heart, air connected to our mind, and earth to our bodies. So if we use that as a starting point, I invite you to think about where in each one of those areas, where elementally do you need to rebalance your life. Now, in cultures all over the world, this was known as a transition time. The Greeks said that this was when Persephone had to return to Hades, the god of the underworld, and leave her mother Demeter. So it's a time when everything sort of closes down. At the same time, ancient Rome had the Feast of Dionysus, which was the celebration of wine. This is, after all, the fall equinox is also a harvest celebration. And everybody partied till they dropped. And in fact, I think we don't want to think about partying till we drop, but very, very gently take into yourself, just close your eyes for a minute and think about where do you need to reclaim earth, which is about taking care of your body. Where do you need to really embrace the notion of reactivating, if it's fallen by the wayside, your spiritual practice? That's the fire piece. What actions do you need to take? That's your creativity and your passion as well. With the air element, that's what kind of courses, what sort of new thoughts, ideas, books would be wonderful to take in. And water, of course, what do you need to do to nourish yourself, to nourish your heart, your relationships? How can you tap into your intuition? And one of the rituals that I did several years ago on the fall equinox with my wonderful friend Barbara Bijou, who's just a brilliant ritual teacher. We gave everybody sticks. Mine still has a little tiny pine cone on it, and colored ribbon for each of the four elements. So of course it's going to be blue for water, red for fire, green for earth, and it's yellow for air. And had them tie onto their stick their intention to really beef up one of those areas or all of those areas of their life. It's called binding magic. It's where we get the phrase tying the knot when we marry people, is making a commitment. So I invite you to do that. Find yourself a stick, find yourself some colored yarn or ribbons, and think about where you can commit to rebalancing yourself in each of those elemental ways that will, of course, rebalance your mind, body, heart, and spirit. And I'm going to leave you with a sweet little chant that I sing often in circles surrounding, and we'll probably do it maybe on our full moon telemeditation. I do full moon telemeditations each month. You can check my website for that. And the chant goes, Air moves us, fire transforms us, water shapes us, earth heals us. And the balance of the wheel goes round and round, and the balance of the wheel goes round. So play with that and think about how you can embrace air moving you, fire transforming you, water shaping you, earth healing you. And have a blessed equinox, taking exquisite care of yourself.